everyone, my name is Amanda McWhirt. I'm the statewide fruit and vegetable specialist for the University of Arkansas Division of Agriculture. Today we're here at the Fruit Research Station in Clarksville, Arkansas, picking blueberries. Now, blueberry season in Arkansas really starts sometime in late May and then continues through June and all the way into July. So you have a nice opportunity over several months to get fresh blueberries here in the state. Now, what's kind of unique about blueberries is that it's a crop that's really only been domesticated or where there's been development of specific varieties over the last about 100 to 120 years. And blueberry variety development really started in the early 1900s out on the East Coast. And in Arkansas, we have the opportunity to kind of benefit from three different types of blueberries. So we have northern highbush blueberries, and we're standing here in a row of northern highbush blueberry types. Directly behind me, we have some southern highbush blueberries, and then in one more row behind that, we have some rabbit eye blueberries. Now, northern, southern, and rabbit eye types kind of vary in where they're well adapted and some of their characteristics, and even in terms of when they ripen. And so that really helps us have a really nice long season because we're able to grow all three of these types here in Arkansas. Primarily, the northern highbush types are going to be grown in the northern part of the state, whereas the rabbit eye types are going to be grown in the southern part of the state. And then the southern highbush types, which are kind of a cross between the northern and the rabbit eyes, we can really grow those in most parts of the state. And as I mentioned, those ripen at different time points. Generally, our southern highbush are our earliest, followed by our northern highbush and our rabbit eye types. But I want to give you a few tips if you're going to go out and harvest some of your own blueberries here in Arkansas. You can see here on this plant that we have varying stages of blueberry ripeness. So blueberries actually take anywhere from about 45 days to more than 90 days to go from an open flower to a ripe blueberry. And a ripe blueberry is a blueberry that is completely blue on all sides of the fruit. And that's the type of fruit that we want to harvest today. And you can kind of see I've already been out here harvesting quite a bit of those ripe blueberries already. But if you look out here on the plant, you'll see that there's some of the fruit that's still quite green, and then some of the fruit that has kind of a pinkish rosy hue. And so if you look across all of this fruit, of course, we want to leave those green fruit, and we also want to leave these down here that have the pinkish hue because those are still maturing. If we harvest those now, they're not going to be very sweet, and once they're off of the plant, they're not going to ripen any further. So we really want to only target and harvest these blueberries here that have nice blue color on all sides. And you'll notice that when I pulled this blueberry off of the plant, it came off very easily. And that's a good sign that the fruit is completely ripe and ready for harvest. If you are trying to remove the fruit from the plant and it feels like you're tugging a little bit, that fruit probably needs a few more days before it's ready for harvest. Now, once you've harvested all of your blueberries into your clamshell or your bucket and you're ready to go home, I want to give you some tips about how to preserve this fruit so that the quality is maintained for a long time period. The best thing that you can do after you harvest your blueberries is get them into refrigeration as soon as possible. So you want to get them home and put them in your refrigerator, or go ahead and rinse them and freeze them. And generally we recommend that you wait to rinse the fruit until just before you're going to consume it. So if you plan to harvest a lot of blueberries and you're going to eat them over several days, just take out of the refrigerator what you plan to eat for that day, give it a rinse, and then it's ready to go.